started out with Star Wars Legion. I went over to my friend's house and he had a bunch of units on the table and this big beautiful board, and I thought in a couple days I'm gonna have this 4x6 board myself with all this awesome terrain and detail work and all this intricate details all over the place, and I'm gonna have it done in just a couple days. Well, I'm here to tell you that's not how it goes, guys. The number one tip, in my opinion, that I can give someone that's getting into this hobby is the acronym KISS. Keep it simple, stupid. Don't think you're gonna bang out a big old table with all this stuff and all this detail and you're gonna do it in a few days and you're gonna paint 100 miniatures in a week, guys. My best advice, like I said, is keep it simple. What I mean by that is, like the rule book side of the house, games like Star Wars Legion, the stripped down version, awesome. Even Bolt Action and even some of the bigger games, they always kind of have a little bit of a stripped down version of the game. So you're not sitting there reading 150 pages of rules and then trying to remember it all. They have these nice little stripped down versions so you can get into the game and start there with a few little rules and then build off of it and then start going into the advanced rules over time and keep adding it. Myself, back in the day, I sat there and I power drived right through reading on the Bolt Action book. Read it from front cover to rear. And it just didn't work out well. It was a great read, but I didn't remember all that stuff. And I wish someone told me, like I'm telling you now, just keep it simple. I should have stuck with the stripped down rules and then gradually built on the rules from there. Another thing you can do, instead of having a 6x4 board and you think you're gonna have all this epic terrain and this epic board to play on, most of the time, guys, that's not what happens. My best advice is maybe cut your board down, shoot a realistic goal, build a 3x4 table like I have here, and honestly, I think my best games are on the smaller tables and smaller numbers of models. Excuse me. So don't think you're going to build this army of, 60 guys on each side with tanks and artillery and all this other stuff, and you're going to have this massive army and you're going to play. It's just not going to work out. You're going to build all these guys, they're going to be sitting there on the table, and you're going to be way over your head. You're going to be painting and painting and painting, especially being new. You're not going to be fast. And I don't care what anyone says, no one paints 60 guys in a week, guys. Or, we're not retired, most of us. Maybe a guy that sits around who's retired and that's all he does, and he doesn't have a full-time job and a household to maintain and children to take care of and yards to mow and so forth. Maybe you could, but the realistic thing is you're probably not going to paint 60 guys in a week, guys, or even in a couple days, even in a month. Maybe a couple guys a night, especially being brand new. Your skill set's just not there. So make it better for yourself. Make it realistic. So instead of maybe having 30 guys on each side and doing your first battle, try 10 on each side, guys, or maybe 5 on each side, and maybe cut back on the rule set that you use. And I'm going to take this opportunity right now, and this, I'm not backed or support or anything, but I just ran into it myself, like the 1 hour skirmish rules. Excellent set of rules, guys, and I think it's even better if you're brand new to the hobby. It's not, the rule set is very easy. You can learn it in 10-15 minutes. It's not huge in depth. It's basic, it's straightforward, it's fun, it's quick, and you get it in. I think if you're getting into this hobby, like I said, keeping it simple, that's probably the best rule set to honestly start with. I've dove into those big heavy rules, and now I'm finding myself coming back. I love the 1 hour skirmish rules. Like I said, I just found it recently, and I'm really enjoying it, guys. And it's simple. And not only that, the way with the cards and how it's done, I'll do another video on the 1 hour skirmish, but how it's done, guys, it's excellent for you to get game time in and get experience playing on the tabletop solo. It's so random by using the deck. You just play each side like you're on each side, and the events and what happens is all in the cards, guys. You can't control that, and it's random, totally random. So it's perfect for solo. But anyway, I'm going to sum it up there, and I hope I got my point across without rambling too much or getting too crazy. But honestly, guys, just remember, keep it simple, stupid. Don't think you're going to build these massive armies. Don't think you're going to build these massive boards and you're going to have it done overnight. Because if you do try, I'm sure over time you will get it done. But the thing is when you're getting into it, you're going to lose interest. You're not going to have time in the hobby. You're not going to be getting experience. And it's just totally the wrong way to go about it. So just keep that in mind. Start small, build from there, and eventually you'll have these big, massive games with 100 guys on each side and these massive armies. And then maybe the time. That's a lot of things that people don't realize is when you have those big armies like that, it takes hours and hours to play games, guys. And a lot of times you don't have that time sitting around when you got a family and a household and work to do, full-time job. You just don't have the time. Or anyone that wants to even come over at that matter, because they're busy doing their life too and aren't even into it and don't even know what you're talking about. So just keep that all in mind, guys. Like I said, the simpler, the better. Keep it simple, stupid. I hope you enjoyed this video, guys. I hope I didn't ramble on too long and lose too many of you. I hope you like it. Comment below. Let me know what you think about this series and the idea I have on helping people get into tabletop miniature wargaming and the series on tips and tricks. This is video number one. I hope you like it. Please subscribe, thumbs up, and I'll see you guys out there. I appreciate you stopping in, and thanks for watching Too Many Hobbies.